Everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're going on to day 32. It's going to be all about learning the blues, learning how to play some of the basics of the blues. So if you haven't already, just want to say thank you for being here with me today. And we're making progress on this guitar challenge for 2025. We have a new membership thing here on the channel. It's a way to go ahead and support if you want to get the access to the videos early, because I post up all the videos on Sundays usually. And then they drip one each day. But if you want to go ahead and jump in on your practice, you want to get better faster, you can go ahead and help support the channel, and you can get access to the whole week's worth of videos as of whenever you subscribe. So appreciate y'all for being here, and let's go ahead and we'll get started. You can also support the channel just by normal subscribe, liking the videos, and commenting on what your guitar progress is, because as you comment, as you ask questions, it helps me to become a better player as well. So let's jump right in today. First things first is we're going to go through the chords that we're going to use for this blues progression. If you've never played the blues before, I would recommend to go ahead and learn to listen to some of the classics out there. You can do this on Spotify or Apple or wherever, but learning some of the progressions on there, you get a feel for it. You get a feel for the blues. First chord that we're going to do today is an E7 chord. So it's just like an E major shape, which is basically your first finger on your be your G string, second finger on your A string on your second fret, and then third finger would be on your second string and your D string right there. So there's E major, but we're going to use E7, which is going to be second fret of your A string, first fret of your G string. You hear the difference right there. Here's E major, and then here's E7. There you go. So we're going to use an E7 chord today. Next chord that we're going to use is an A7, which is your second fret of your D string, second fret of your B string. Sounds just like this. Your A major would sound like this, but A7 has that bluesy sound to it. So we're going to go with that bluesy sound today. And your third chord is going to be technically D7 on here. So it's going to go like this. It'll be your first finger on your B string on the first fret, second finger on your G string on your second fret, third finger on your high E string on the second fret. Just like that. You're going to hear my dogs wrestling in the background today. Say hi to Ranger and Liberty, because they are probably needing to go play. We'll do that after we cut this video. So anyways, here's that D7 again. And when you go through this, we're going to go ahead and play just a down, up kind of pattern to go ahead and play the blues. Let's put the chords together and see how it sounds. So we're going to go. So you can do it just basic down, up kind of pattern on there. And you get that bluesy tone. Now I'm going to show you how to go ahead and do like a couple rhythms on here on blues today as well. So it could be like. I'm accenting on the downstroke right there for starters, and you can do the palm meeting thing just by putting it across the strings. Be like, now what I'm doing there also when I'm starting to do those downstrokes, get into that bluesy groove, is I'm adding a couple color notes on there. So I'm technically on this third fret of your B string, second fret of your B string on there, and I'm just keeping that E7. So I'm just walking right through, so we could be like. you can start to improvise and build on it is what I'm getting at. Now when you're doing this stuff too, you could do a slow pick. Just be like, so I'm only doing downstrokes right there. You have to forgive my dogs. They're just crazy. Crazy, crazy dogs. So anyways, when you do the picking part, it still has that bluesy tone to it, but it's a whole different variation than just strumming on here. So we could use an A minor pentatonic scale to jam over this, or we could go ahead and record something with the phone on there, just to record with. So you could be like... But anyways, this basic blues on there is just like that. It's progression you're going to hear in a lot of the famous blues classics out there. And then this part right here is usually when you come back to a turnaround, is what they call it in the blues, which maybe we'll work on some melodies for that coming up videos as well. But then you come back to that middle chord right there, and back to the main one again. So let's play through this with a little chunk on it. So it's just... Get that kind of chunk sound that I'm talking about on there. What I'm doing is I'm technically just slightly raising my fretting fingers right there. So when I come across that, it meets. So it's like... from there. But as your basic blues on there today, just playing around with seventh chords, because I mean you could get into like F sharp 7, like right there. You could get into like G7 right here. You could get an A7, B7, C7 right there, and start and play with these different progressions and like the circle of fifths and stuff like that to figure out where those go and where the progressions go in there and stuff. You get in unlock the blues really fast is what I'm getting at on there. And so just play around with these chords today and have some fun with it. We'll get into some blues songs because there's some ones that I'd love to learn, I'd love to share with you. If you guys get any requests for the blues and stuff like that, please feel free to go ahead and leave it in the comments below as well. And we can go from there. These chords that I showed you today as well, you can take this little A major pentatonic, or A minor pentatonic, excuse me, and you can just play through this and See how you can start to play and you can solo over this little blues thing. That's what I want to get you to. Is there's a lot of you I've talked to in guitar forums over on Facebook, and you guys are like, hey, I want to solo better. I've got the chords down, but now I want to solo. So I'm going to throw some new chords at you today with these sevenths if you never learned those before, and then try to solo and improvise over there and find your root notes on there. Because if you start to play with like the E7, for example, let's dissect this. You got, that'd be your second fret over your A string, which is technically a B right there. Then right here in the middle of this would be a D. And then up here, what do you got when you get to the G? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. No, that's not an A technically. That'd be B as well, I believe. Yeah, B. So those are your notes on there in your seventh chord. Is you got that B, you got D, and then you got a B, and then you got another B, and you got an E right there. So then you're playing your A, and you be on D string, so D. That's kind of cool by itself, but you start to play with this, it'd be D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so E, yeah, E. So you'd be on E right here, so E, you got A, E, then this would be your G string, second fret of your B string would be your, let's see, that'd be a C sharp right there technically. So A, you got your E, you got your G, C sharp, and E. There you go. And then same thing on here. This is a challenge for all you as you start to progress in guitars. This is a big challenge for me. This is one of my biggest challenges is learning the fretboard where all these notes are. Because like if you start to play, like an E major shape up here and you want to take these E major notes right here, finding where that is in the fretboard so you could improvise like, I think right here is an E. Nope. Somewhere in here there's another shape for an E major chord as well. So that's a big thing on there is figuring out how to dissect all these chords on here, because when you get to this one, we'd be on G string, A, B, C, D, F, G, A. Yep, A. And then first fret of the B, C. So we got an A, C, and then it'd be F sharp. So you see already how in two of those chords we had sharp right there. And those give you that kind of 70s bluesy vibe and stuff like that too. So break them down. Force yourself to learn the fretboard like I'm learning the fretboard myself, because like I knew how to play some of these chords back in the day and they sound cool, but then if you need to switch up here, if you need to throw on like a capo or something like that, to transpose for your voice or whatever, like just learning where the notes are is half the battle sometimes. So let's go ahead and play it out in some bluesy progression today, and we're just going to be like this. something like that, you know. So play with it, see what you guys can come up with. Let me know if you like this as well. Like the video if you dig it, and leave me a comment about what you want to learn in blues, like I say. Thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel and stuff like that, watching my videos in this Guitar 25 challenge is what we're calling it. I am learning so much. If you haven't seen what I've learned just by playing for 30 days straight, check out my 30-day video that I posted up as well. Thank y'all for being here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing our daily videos. If you want to get access to those a week in advance, you can subscribe to the membership on there. It's $4.99 a month. Help support the channel, and you get access early, so you can just blaze through these videos and learn at your heart's content and jam. So thank you again for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.